In this video, we're going to take a look at the Visual Basic Editor, and we're going to edit an existing macro a little bit. Now, in the previous video, I told you that macros are recorded in the Visual Basic for Applications programming language, and this is actually a picture of the Visual Basic Editor in Excel. And this is an example of what a macro looks like in the Visual Basic for Applications language. And actually, if you look through these, the macros, you kind of start getting an idea of what all of this means to some extent. You're not going to be an expert by any means, but it's fairly understandable what these things mean. For example, we have the name of the macro. This macro has been assigned a keyboard shortcut, which is Control-Shift-A. And then we're into the commands here. And the first command is that you're selecting the range A1, A2. And it's telling us that we've selected Calibri and font size 18. Then there are some other font attributes that you would find if you opened up the font dialog box, and these are all false because we didn't change any of those, so they're not active. There's some other information about theme colors and underline and so forth. Then we come down here with selecting A1 and typing in the words all around vision care, selecting A2, typing in specialty sunglass sales, and finally selecting A3 and ending the macro or stopping recording the macro. So in a macro, the first lines in the code include the macro name and the comment lines. And the comment lines, as you can see, are preceded by an apostrophe. And it may also indicate this keyboard shortcut if you've assigned one to the macro. When you're editing the macro, keep in mind that the spaces and punctuation are part of the code, so you shouldn't alter them. Simple formatting and text changes are relatively easy to make and determine. And once you've made the edits, you have to resave your workbook in order for those edits to be permanently saved. So in our workbook, we're going to go ahead and open up the Visual Basic Editor, and we're going to make some changes to the existing macro in the workbook. So here's the worksheet that we were working on before. I'm going to go ahead and clear this information from cells A1 and A2 by selecting Clear All. Now there are a couple of ways available to us right now to edit the macro. I could go back to the View tab to the Macro button and choose Edit, or I can press Alt F11 from my keyboard, which opens up the Visual Basic Editor as well. So here is the macro that we were looking at on the PowerPoint slide. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some information to the title here. So I'm going to click in between the E and the quote. And the quote here works kind of like the quotes for text in a formula. They have to be here. They're part of the coding. And so I'm going to add parentheses, all offices, and then end the parentheses because I want that to be part of the title. Now in the slide it showed that we were going to change the font size, and I'm not going to do that because further on you just change it back again. Okay, then I'm going to come up here to the comment area, and the comments are in green as you can see. And I'm going to click under sub company name next to the first apostrophe and press the space bar. And the comments always start with an apostrophe. That's part of the code. And I'm going to type in my first and last name. Then I'm going to move down to the comment right under company name macro and press the space bar, and I'm going to add another comment. Okay, and then if I move away from that comment that I just entered, it too will become green. So I am finished with the edits to my macro, but before I close the Visual Basic editor, I want to show you how to print the macro code. And it's pretty simple. It's just like printing anything else in Excel pretty much. I'm going to click File, Print, and make sure that current module is selected and that code is selected, and then just click OK, and it will print a copy of the code. I'm going to go ahead and cancel for right now because I don't want to actually print this. I'm going to click File, Close, and return to Excel. Okay, so I'm going to click in cell A1, and the keyboard shortcut for this particular macro is Control, Shift, and A. So I'm going to hold down Control, Shift, and A. There's my macro, and you can see that the edit has been included. And then of course I would probably want to adjust the column heights here so things are completely visible before I print or share this workbook. So in the next video we'll look at recording a macro.